Hello, fellow pirates, and welcome back to Dreadlock Gaming. Today, in this video, this is just an informative video. I've had a lot of people ask, especially in my Discord. We have a lot of new players since with Season 3's launch, the game went to Steam. So we've got a lot of people that wonder where to get stuff, wonder where to find stuff, how to farm certain things. So I'm going to go over a lot of stuff, places to farm stuff. A lot of us veteran players, we just buy it with pieces of 8 from the black market and whatnot. There are a lot of people out there that don't know where to get things. So that's what I'm going to go over here. Where to get things you need for upgrading ships, building guns, ships, furnitures, and whatnot like that. So let's get started. It's going to be a lot of looking at the map and me pointing out places, but I will do the best I can to keep you entertained and keep this informative. All right, now let's start with crafting materials. Whenever it comes to the main things that you need to upgrade your Season 1 and 2 ships, the best places to farm them, and you want to farm in a group of 3, you want to be in a group of 3. You don't necessarily have to have everybody there with you doing the same thing you are, but you want to be in a group of 3 because it increases your drop rate. For Shellac, which you upgrade to lacquer. Sunni Capital. Plunder Sunni Capital. Then sail down and plunder Sangdad. Rinse and repeat, and whenever you start getting overweight, drop it off at the ruins of Luck Kuhan, or however you pronounce that. Luke Khan. And rinse and repeat, and just do it until you don't need any more shellac. You will also get some glass and some rubber from Sunni Capital. That is the best farm for shellac. You can also purchase a shellac or a couple from Sunni Capital. You can purchase, I think, a shellac from Sangdad. Whenever it comes to glass, the best place to farm it is going to be Houston Capital. There are DMC ships that will sail around here, and they will sail through the straits here, through the pass and down. And some of them sail from over here near Dooster and go towards Kakak Terrapong. Those are the best places to get glass. Now, there's some of these other places right around here you can purchase some glass from, but your best farm for glass is going to be the Sunni Capital and the ships in this area here in the Naga Sea area and in the Nalam Sea pass here. Whenever it comes to tar, La Bastide, the capital just to the east of St. Anne, is a good place to plunder for tar. It's the best place to plunder for tar. Now, also in this area, there's some other stuff and I'll come back to this area for other stuff. There's some ships that are going to have some stuff over here, some tar and whatnot. You can purchase some tar from St. Emile as well. I think you can get a couple from it. And then whenever it comes to sand, to make your dry casting sand, Jiwa. Plunder Jiwa. There's some white-sailed ships, Ungawan ships around here that will have sand on them as well. And that's the best place to plunder for sand. The capitals are the best places to plunder for your 4 commodities that you need to upgrade ships. You got to refine them to make dry casting sand, lacquer, plate glass, and wood pitch. Also, La Colony has some tar. Back in season 1, whenever I needed tar to build a ship, this is where I plundered. So that one's not too bad either. Now, whenever it comes to your unpurchasable, purchasable wares that you can't harvest, or I mean that you can only harvest or plunder, like your magnetite, your greenheart planks, and your Roselle. For greenheart planks, here at Du Bois Lumberyard, you can purchase 14. You can plunder it and get about 30. But you can harvest it in this area as well. Right here, there are 2 trees that you can harvest. Then on this little island next to this guard tower, there is a single tree that you can harvest. There's a shipwreck there as well. And on the back side of La Bastide, right about in here, there's another tree that you can harvest. Now there's a shipwreck here that you can hit. Usually what I do is I purchase the 14, harvest these 2, harvest this one, go over here, harvest that, come back around, and either on my way to or on my way away, I purchase the tar and magnetite and greenheart planks that you can purchase from La Bastide. And hit the shipwreck, come back down here, hit the shipwreck, hit the tree, and back to harvesting. I do that circle. And it takes about, I haven't done it this season, but with the new, without having to do the mini game, you could probably fill up a snow's cargo in 20 minutes doing that circle, as long as the timers on the respawn are still the same as they were. Magnetite. Start down here at Grand Fallace, do the inner circle, go around, do the outer circle, hit this little island to the northwest, come back, finish up, go back into port, teleport over to Dutchman's Camp, go along the southern portion of the island into the inlet, around into this little inlet here, and then either sail wide berth because of the Lepes Tower back over to Dutchman's, or just turn around and go back. Then there may be a couple of spawns that weren't there before. Rinse and repeat. And you're looking at 20 minutes or so to fill up a snow's cargo. For Roselle cloth, Kakak Terrapong. This is the best place to farm it. You just a little bit on the inside, around the outside, hit this little island right here. You can hit this island over here as well. This other island, it's too far away and it only has 1 spawn. I just usually sail for about 20 minutes here and I fill up an entire snow's cargo with Roselle. On the back side of Oubliette, there are 4 or 5 Roselle spawns as well. So if you're going out here to do like the shark, the Megalostari, you could hit those 4 spots on your way out or wherever. Now, the Rog Materials, your twine and your orca mechanisms and whatnot. Probably the best way to get those currently in the game is going to be purchasing them for pieces of 8. I know they're expensive. Now, you can get some out of boss chests. I think you can get some out of the Lepes chest, any of the chests from the twins. I don't think there's any spawning from any of the other chests. We do have Mazurgia coming back in a couple of weeks, which is the Farah little world boss. So I know the rogue hunt quests where you go after the Gannet rogues and the other ones, the eel rogues and everything. The likelihood of you getting those is very slim. The drop rate was nerfed in Season 1 through the ground. Sinew and Kahanana, the Farah capital in the middle of the Red Isles. You can get, if you're in a group of 3, you can get 2 to 3 spawns, or 2 to 3 drops if you're in a group of 3 from plundering Ankahanana. Now, we do have a convoy currently that is spawning currently, the Risk of the Rising Tide, and it starts down here near Citrana and goes north. That one can drop the sinew because it is a ferret convoy. Whenever it comes to the, let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right, Nifter. Where is it? I don't see it. I know it's in here somewhere. Do I not have any? The smaller version of the Worm's Breath. I guess I don't have any currently. There it is. The naphtha. Naphtha can be farmed off of the Ungawa convoys. Like, this is, I don't think it's an Ungawa convoy. There is one that spawns right about here near Barrow Ground, goes south and across the map, the bottom of the map under the Red Isles. That one can drop naphtha. There's one called Poison or something that starts over here and goes like this. It can drop naphtha. I think there's another one that spawns over here that can drop the naphtha. That's where you can farm the naphtha from. Also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Hunter and Hunted can drop naphtha as well. If you are looking for teeth, you can farm them off of any of the monsters. The low-level monsters, the high-level monsters. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the big dragon, the Elder Dragon over here. And the 2 dragons are the only place to get the dragon scales and dragon's claws. Whenever it comes to the shark skin, the big shark, both of the sharks can spawn it. Silent Death and Jaws of Retribution. Whenever it comes to the Zamaharabu skin, you can get it off of either one of the, you can get it off of Harabu or Zamaharabu. We got 3 sharks. Silent Death, Jaws of Retribution, the Vanishing. Oh, Jaws of Retribution is the croc, the Zamaharabu. I don't know, I'm thinking my brain's not working. The Huback crafting materials has to be, is you get it off the twins. The only way that you can get the materials to craft the Phoenix Crest currently is by purchasing them from Blackwood for Jade, and you need those to make the Phoenix Crest, and that is the Jade Phoenix statue and the Phoenix Pinion. If you got lucky and were able to fight the level 16 Lee, whenever she was spawning when she wasn't supposed to, you probably got some of these, and you probably got the Phoenix Beak as well. I was lucky and happened to get to fight her multiple times, so I have a little bit of these, all 3 of them. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing? Farming Jade, the Lee fight. There are some roving missions that you can get every 2 hours to get some Jade. There's some missions from Blackwood that can award you Jade. I think there's some missions from your black market merchant in Panjara that can give you some Jade. There may be some from Rama that can give you some Jade. So I hope that helps. The only way to get the red ash currently is if you go to Oubliette, pick up the quest there that will spawn the ghost ship, and he should spawn somewhere in this area. I think he's migrated a little bit because he used to spawn down here where the Silent Death is. I think he spawns right about here now. That's the only way that you can get the red ash. What is it called? I can't remember all the names of all the stuff. The ethereal ashes, and you need that to craft the curse banner, and you also need it to craft the blue specter sea fire flamethrower. Rubber, a very good spot to farm rubber. I mean, you can craft it, but this trade route right here that's lit up in yellow, it goes right next to the southern basin. They'll spawn here, they'll spawn over here, and sail in both directions. If you are in a group of 3, it's a ship group of 3 ships, and if you are in a group of 3 people, whenever you go here, you kill all 3 ships and get the rubber, you can usually get 25, 30 from the 3 ships. Usually what I'll do is I'll sail over here to this little island and start about here, and then sail towards Dutchman's and go just past Dutchman's, come back around, and then teleport back over here and do the same thing. And it's pretty quick farm. What else is there that we can farm? Let's see. Nope. Manage cargo. Of course, the monster foods, or the monster meats, come off the Listari and the Zamarabu. Some easy food farms. Let's see. Where I like to go to farm coconuts is I sail around Dragon's Back. Dragon's Back is a good place to farm coconuts. If I'm farming bananas, there is several banana trees right here next to Kamen Grove, just right there along that island, the northern side of the island. Also, there are quite a few right outside of Sunken Gold Mine. A durian, I don't really farm it. I just pick it up wherever because I don't use it a whole lot. What else is there? A nice little fish farm if you are trying to farm fish. Fort Lewis, there's a basket right inside of Fort Lewis next to the first camp usually. There's some ships, the Sea People ships. If you go all in here, all in this area right here, you will see the little fisherman ships. Some of them will have coconuts, some of them will have fish, but that's a pretty good little spot, the little fisherman ships from the Sea People in this area. I'm trying to cover as much information as I can with farmable stuff. Let's see. All of your basic stuff you'll find in different areas of the map, like your different types of wood and ore and cloth. It's all over the map. Let's see. Your Hewback, or like your white Arya shield and your black Arya sword, those are from the twins. The Vengeful Essence, very hard to farm because you only get 1 or 2 each fight with the Roadman Godin whenever he comes around. Probably whenever it comes to your raw materials, your tobacco, juniper, poppy, and sugarcane. What I do, and everybody has their own way of doing it. I go to the helm. I go over here to the supply network, the map on the wall. I will grab supply deals. Currently, we have ones that have Jade. So I make sure I grab the ones that have jade, and then I grab the ones that I need the most, whether it be sugarcane, tobacco, juniper, poppies. I grab 4 of those, and I go out to Isle Michelle, and there is a ship out here, and I sink it. You'll get the marked status, which doesn't mean anything anymore. It used to back at the beginning of season 1. You would have rogues chasing you all over the place. But I'll go out there and do those, and then I'll go to attacks, and I will go through and I will look at the plunders. I do not want to do Houston because it's extremely hard by yourself. Primy is another hard one, but if you have the right kind of build, it is soloable. See my Fort Buster build from last season. It is still the same build this season. Nothing has changed. When we get the new ballista that's coming in, I think, another week, the 17th, from the story mode, the story line, I will be testing it to see if it is better than the twin winch. But you can do Delise, pick up these, and you can get your poppies and stuff and sugarcane and everything. I do not do the rogue hunts, and I do not do the regular supply deals. I don't do them. For cost and time, they aren't worth it in my opinion. Another thing that I don't do that involves your raw materials for making rum and everything is I don't juice factor or manufactories with raw sugarcane or opium or poppies or whatever. The cost versus the return is not worth it. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. That's just my suggestion. Let's see if there's anything else that is farmable. Oh, first aid kits. I strongly suggest the best first aid kit, in my opinion, is the enhanced repair kit ones. 50% health on a 40-second cooldown. What I do, and I just farm these, is now that we can purchase 10 of each, I start at Isle Michelle, go to Moyen Creek. All of the islands out here in the open water, I don't hit Oubliette, but all of these, all the way down to Dutchman's, I hit all of those and purchase level 1s and enhanced ones. There's 10 of each. And then I hit all of the ports in the East Indies because they carry both of them. And I purchase 10 of each level 1 and 10 of each enhanced one. That route will take you about 20-25 minutes, and you will get 200 level 1s and 200 enhanced ones from hopping from port to port to port. Now, all of the other ports in the Red Isles and in Africa, they don't carry the enhanced ones. They have the level 1s. So I only do the islands out in the open water and the ports in the East Indies, and purchase all the enhanced ones and land level 1s. And then I upgrade the level 1s to enhanced ones. What else? Yes, I'm already collecting chests to save. I think that about covers it. Shipwreck farm, if you want to farm up salvaged goods. My favorite one is, I have one favorite one and then 2 other good ones. If you go down here to Elder Cave, there are several shipwrecks just below Elder Cave. Then I jump over the lake and go up into the river to right about here, and then come back and start it over. It's a pretty good shipwreck farm. You will also get quite a few bombards. Another good shipwreck farm, there's 2 of them over here in the East Indies. There's one at Camoy Estate. Go down to these little islands here and around the backside of Camoy Estate, and just rinse and repeat until you're full. Ragnarok Cave. There's several shipwrecks out here in this little island cluster that is good for farming your salvage materials. I think that about covers it. I hope that helps people whenever it comes to gathering materials and stuff that they need. I know I covered this last season, I think in a video whenever I had first started doing YouTubes. But I know there's quite a few new players with Season 3 and with the game becoming available on Steam. I hope it helps. Thanks for watching Dreadlock Gaming. Keep an eye out for more Skull and Bones videos coming soon. I hope to have a couple more build videos here in the next couple of days. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. And come and join my Discord. It's small right now, but it's growing. I get a couple people to join each day. We'd love to have you. Y'all have a good day. And remember, never give up the ship.